Yay!
In theory, we're live. I haven't.
When we're not dead.
It hasn't shown up yet. I'm waiting.
It hasn't shown up?
I'm watching. Oh, for those of you who don't know, Walter is streaming today, so
yeah,
I
exactly.
can
so
commentate.
If it feels like
and
that's because it is.
Yes.
No, man, you do a good job. It's loading.
In theory, we're
Loading.
live.
Loading. When we're not dead. Loading.
You know, you're gonna hear yourself saying all this over
We're
and
good.
over.
Watching. Oh, for those of you It's who up. don't know, Walter's
Audio's
streaming
good.
today, so
Stuff's
I
good.
Commentate good.
Trice is going to monitor it, but he's actually going to be like seeing our stream, right?
Correct.
Live.
I'm looking at Walter's.
Yes. So he won't
screen.
be like in a 7-second delay.
Wow.
Or however long
I
the
hate
delay
you
is.
now? Who said that?
Wow. Don't be a hater.
Is the
Hater gotta hate.
sound working?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds
working?
fine.
Is it working? Are you too loud, Walter? Walter's just
I
perfect.
get that too. I get that often. You know.
You're a
I'm a
mumbler.
very loud guy.
If this was a Seinfeld episode, you'd be the mumbler. The low talker.
Well, I haven't started a party yet, Roscoe. I was going to show the flow in the campaign. But once we get Sean back, we're waiting on just a moment here on
Experiencing technical difficulty.
Sean rage quit on his
He rage
PC.
quit.
Rage quit. He said bot's too hard. OP.
Bots
this-
too hot.
F this shit, I'm going home.
I'm taking my football with me.
Will 5.0 include balance? No.
It is going to be
Nothing at
the
all.
most unbalanced. No, of course
Yeah.
it's going to be balanced.
We're just gonna put a bunch of random numbers in there and be like, enjoy.
You can look at the brain scan deflector while we wait.
Yeah. Let's check it
There
out.
it is. Nice little tinfoil hat there. Keeps out
They're laughing at all your bloots.
all my bloots.
Oh, did you give yourself a bunch of bloots?
My space blocks.
No, they're laughing at your 0 bloots.
0 bloots.
Oh.
Yeah, well, it's a
Yeah. Well, that's
Reset
yeah.
everything.
Walter is the bloot boss.
Loot boss, baby.
And pretty sweet. And there's more cosmetics, but we're not showing those just yet. But they will be. I'm sure at some point we'll start revealing what those are. And they're pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Because we always have to have one thing we don't show or talk about, right?
Yes, because
That's our MO.
Turn yourself up a little bit, Walter. They said they can't really hear you.
Can't hear me. See, that's what I was asking.
I can't hear him in real life.
Is it a? All right, let's try turning up the mic volume here. Can you guys
Should-
can hear me though, right?
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
So it's probably just the OBS.
What's the OBS?
Oh, bullshit.
Oh, bullshit. It's just the old bullshit.
They're calling the tinfoil the penis hat.
Penis hat.
Now, why would they say that?
Why? I don't understand.
I don't see that.
I thought of it more as the Hershey's Kiss hat.
Yeah, it does kind of
Yeah.
look like a Hershey's Kiss. Why
I don't know.
not Zoidberg? Why not?
Zoidberg.
Still waiting for Sean.
Got his.
Yeah. Configurator. Go.
I thought you were flicking it off. I was like, Sean, how,
That's rude.
how dare you? The cool thing is, I brought my A50s up here, so now I can walk around this area and watch what everybody else is doing while still talking.
It's awesome.
Magic.
Is it a wireless or Bluetooth?
Yes, it uses like a 5.3 gigahertz military grade K-band or something.
Right on. Very cool.
There he is. There he is, ladies and gents.
Ladies and
I
gentlemen.
made it. I'm here. Well, not in the game, but I'm on TeamSpeak, so that's
Yeah.
close.
That's half the battle.
Yep. And then after that,
G.I.
the
Joe.
party started here. So I don't know if you want to narrate any of this or how you want to start, but here.
Yeah.
Here's your first
So-
picture of the campaign. I should say choose your destiny. So we have the modes that we had before. We have PvP, which is now called the arena, ranked, which is ranked, and private match. So all those were already there, but now we have campaign, which is the PvE campaign. I know it says unlocks at level 3. We're still kind of testing some of that stuff, so don't worry too much about that particular little lock icon right now.
Yeah. We're gonna make sure you guys can't have any fun. That's how we do
We're
it.
trying to find the least amount of fun and hone in on that.
I think I'm the design specs for the
That's
game.
Walter is the destroyer of fun.
Exactly.
The lamentation
you guys
of
will
their
see
fun.
a couple of new. You'll see some of the enemies. I guess we can. I guess it'll actually show it, so we can go ahead and tell them what their name is actually going to be, because it'll be one of the missions right away.
Yeah, It's
Yes.
They're actually called the Crowed.
Yeah, that's right.
ROAD.
Yes. It sounds similar to another type of name that we thought about using, but decided this would be the best one.
Yeah.
Other than the bodily part. But, so yeah, that's the campaign screen. I think that's a Grenadier, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a grunt, I think.
Oh, sorry. You're right.
Okay.
Crowed
So yeah,
okay, yep.
you guys want to go ahead and set up a party?
Crowed out, yep.
Loadout.
I keep seeing random people complaining about the sound, but then other people are like, "No, it's too loud." So I don't
Too
know.
loud. It's too soft.
Oh my god!
So tech
That's
tip.
right.
There's this little odd thing on your computer that you can do to actually change your own stinking volume.
Well, is
If
it
it's too
a
loud.
hard time hearing my mic or just anybody?
Really?
I don't know.
Can they not hear me?
I don't know.
They can hear me without the mic.
What about me?
Because I can also just turn up my system volume, and that should make all you guys louder.
Can you hear me now? How about now?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Now it's much louder.
It sounds good to me.
I like it's good.
This is good, yeah?
Wait, everyone except for Walter.
Ah.
God damn it.
Oh, very good.
No, that's because Walter is talking like this.
That's good. Walter's just naturally soft-spoken anyway.
Yeah. When I was sitting in the opposite side of the room, I felt so bad because you'd be saying stuff. I'm like, I have no idea what he's saying.
Smile and nod. It's okay.
Yeah.
That's what we all do.
Yeah. Nod knowingly.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
Walter.
Poor guy. I'm just like,
Desktop boost, mic boost. Let's try that. Bam, bam. Alright.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
on the OBS, it's showing that you're talking pretty loud, so I don't understand how people can't.
It's just Walter. It's just
They're
Walter.
probably just trolling the shit out of him.
They could be.
Could be
at
doing
this
that
point.
too.
I mean, can you hear it? You have the stream playing?
Yeah, I
What do I sound like
can
30
hear you
seconds
okay.
ago?
Okay, it's fine.
Alright.
Yeah.
Amateur
I'm
hour.
going back
Told
in
you.
time to tell you this.
But we're not here to show off my OBS streaming skills or lack thereof. Wait, where? I don't see you in my... You're not online?
Somebody's missing.
Oh, he's still logging in. Okay.
Oh.
Sorry.
Still waiting
It's alright.
on Sean. There he is. In
Here I am.
Vega!
Vega! Where's the name come from?
The name? Oh, this is because I did it in 1999, where I was actually listening to
Alright.
Duran Duran, and I liked Vega from
Then
Street
Vega.
Fighter.
Oh.
So
It became
are
a combination.
Alright.
the mission screen,
Yep.
and this is what you'll see going into day one of the beta. And the first mission, obviously, is just kind of a wake up, and it's like, hey, this is what you're getting yourself into. And as you can see on the side, it'll have a little thing that says rewards. This first mission, we're going to give you a cool little crate to open up and check out what you get.
Specifically.
Yeah, sweet loot. Sorry.
Yeah.
And if they're reading inclined, you can read the little information on the bottom right that kind of tells you what you're doing.
Greg,
and
I
why.
appreciate the quest giver on this one, which is Captain Iana.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very excellent.
He always wanted something named after him, so this is our homage.
So if you guys want to go ahead and choose the mission, start it up.
Yeah, there's only one to choose here, but they go up in difficulty. They're locked at first, and there's different zones and multiple missions in each of them. But first,
And each one of them
obviously,
has
we
like
just choose chapter 1.
Some have. Well, after you guys do this mission, we can show them what kind of specific objectives they could possibly have.
Yeah. All right. So as the party leader, I pick the mission, and everyone else says, "Okay, cool." And now this is going to be our mission, Sector 1, Mission 1, First Impressions.
Yay.
And then we hit go.
Whoa.
Tick-a-doo.
Hey!
This will be showing one of the new game types as well, which is Defend the Point.
Want to explain what to do in this
Name
point?
may or may not be final.
Yeah, a lot of things in here may or may not be final.
When we say this is a beta, we really mean it this time. So the point of Defend the Point is exactly what it sounds like. There is a control point right here, very much like in Blitz, and there are aliens that will come and try and take that point from you, and you try and stop them. And you
Are
hold
we all
out.
in our hats? Oh,
I think
yes.
we're all in our hats.
Nope, I didn't get a hat on in time.
Oh man.
I'm styling
What happens
the.
when you're late to the party?
I know, right? I didn't get my party hat.
What you're seeing right now are the mini grunts, little
Well, they're called
Peons?
now.
peons, yeah, but I still.
Because you can pee on them.
Exactly.
Ah!
And they just come in a little waves. They're the smallest version of the crowd that you will be fighting against.
Just remember, this should be very, very easy because we're trying to introduce new players to the game.
Yes. So these
all
first
you
couple missions
tryhards
are
out
short
there.
and easy, and there's going to be like, get the hang of it. A lot of this is intended for players who are not necessarily that experienced at Loadout yet. You can see little bitty guys.
So it's perfect for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then they sort of work their way over to the point and they try and capture it. Come from different angles and different frequencies. And then as you progress there are different levels of difficulty on these.
I don't know how well, I haven't been listening to the stream, I don't know how well you can hear the... Oh, you can hear them pretty well.
Okay, I put a boost on, so that should help.
A wave of
You can hear their high-pitched voices.
Oh, I can turn up the game sound.
Hey, does
too. I
anybody
muted
need
that
help?
quite a bit.
Well, no, you can hear it okay. It's
Okay.
fine. I just want to hear the part where she says the aliens are coming to touch your stuff. So, we'll let them do that. But right now, they're also using a pretty standard first, like, if you're a brand new player coming in, never played a Loadout before, yeah, so you can see, when they're capturing the point, something else we kind of added, if you guys noticed, that it actually turns red around the ring, kind of giving you an idea, a little extra visual representation that fix what you're doing because you're losing.
They got
And the-
me.
Also notice that sometimes
Ooh,
when
charge
they
of health right in time.
sometimes when they
Okay.
they drop health packs, equipment packs, and also
And of course,
hopefully loot will show in this match. It's somewhat random. It's based on when you kill them, so
random's random.
we will see. Oh, I hear
There it
something.
is!
Oh,
Oh!
there it is.
Right on top of it.
Yeah, perfect timing. So
That's
there's a
great.
loot bucket. You should make that thing probably always.
That's just a single part, too, correct?
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
a
single or-
part. So there's
okay.
there's different sizes of loot. There's small, medium, and large loot. And essentially, the large ones are lock boxes. Those I think we talked about those before, but those require bombs to open. You blow them open with dynamite. The crates are you can open for free, and then the individual items are just an individual item. Like, cool, you got a scope or you got a barrel or whatever.
One of the questions, Walter, is do those rings transfer over into PvP as well, or is it just PvE?
I think right now it might just be this game type, but I think we want to go back through and fix them in the other ones too. Because it is nice feedback.
Yeah, it
It
is.
is nice.
That was
You
one
know
of
what,
those things that we always wanted.
in
and
actually
Thomas actually had
changing
time
them?
to do, so.
In actually changing them, he may have changed the actual trigger
Might-
volume.
this might be a different
So it might be actually.
Loot!
I hear
Hey,
loot,
loot!
loot, 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 loot.
Now, did we talk about the fact that the loot isn't like first come first serve kind of thing?
Oh yeah, good point there. So when it drops for everyone. So there's like there'll be a bucket
The last
or a
wave is
box
now
or
on
whatever.
the way.
Everyone sees that, but when I go pick it up, it doesn't clear it away from my teammates. So there's no like loot theft.
No loot. There's no like loot
Ninja.
loot orgy or whatever.
Oh no!
Oh,
Loot up
loot
here.
upstairs. Loot upstairs.
Get it! Oh,
Have there been any crates, or
Got
has it
it.
just been single buckets?
There was a crate. It was on the point.
Okay, cool.
Probably already got it.
Your screen's just a little bit smaller for me, so I don't see it. And plus,
Oh,
there's
loot
one
at
right
the
there.
flag.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
I love that sound it makes too when you pick it up.
Sorry, Walter had somebody come to his desk and ask him a question. But right now, most of these early enemies are just gonna,
No,
More
kill
loot.
him.
Holy cow.
get in your way.
Wait,
be
don't kill him! Don't kill him!
Noxious.
Don't kill him! Don't
I'm
kill
gonna
him!
kill him.
Don't kill him!
I'm going to
Don't kill him! I gotta get that loot. Okay, kill him.
die.
Is yours.
So that's
We
something
might-
that we
we might
probably
fix that.
We might fix
By the
that. That's something that kind of happens right now, where as soon as that match ends, if there's loot sitting on the ground, you're like, "Whoops! Don't get that."
Because yeah, you can't pick up loot after the game. The mission ends.
Guys, if you keep asking stupid questions, I will
Give stupid
give
answers.
you. Yeah.
I'll give you stupid answers.
You get out what you put in.
Because you're blowing past people who are actually asking serious questions.
So you can see we got looks like quite a few crates and
Yeah.
the auto trigger and an impact shell.
So shall we all?
So
I'm gonna
let's,
visit my inventory.
Go look at the inventory and see what we got. Oh snap! Crates. I got a semi-auto, a rocket part. You can see a common launcher trigger, You can also see hacky hack data. That probably will go away.
There's lots of that all over
Maybe.
the place.
More likely.
All over the place.
I got a launcher shell, which is impact, and a 3-round burst that looks like.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, I already had that.
Just
So
a
let's
name?
open these crates. See what we get. Open. Oh yeah. That's all
What'd you
Loadout
get?
Stuff.
What'd you get?
I got beam assault, rifle standard stock. Should probably put actually like which slot this goes on, because it is a little weird right now. There's like an icon and that's it.
There's a lot of icons.
There's a
up
lot of
there.
little
Yeah.
polished things like that we want to put in there. But yeah, I got a variety. It looks like a couple from all the different chassis: 2 beam parts, 2 rifle parts, a launcher part. Still more crates to go. So let's see what's in crate number 2.
Great number.
No whammies, no whammies. Oh, all right. That's cool. The level 0 thing shouldn't be happening in builds past this. I think Ike fixed that, so you won't be getting level 0 items. You'll be getting level 1 items to start.
Oh dang! I opened up one of those crates. I got like 6 things in it. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Boom. Aw, snap. Snap.
Oh.
So now it looks like I got a pretty good selection of rifle parts and a couple new launcher parts as well. So now I can take.
Make some cool stuff.
Fortunately, I have a rifle and a launcher. You start with these 2 guns, pea shooter
Aw.
and dud launcher. I think it may have
I
been
liked
it.
Poop Rocket
Poop
better.
rocket, yeah.
Poop rocket.
Dud launcher, because the reason these are so named is because they start with these kind of junk parts. And these are really like level 0, like you're really meant to replace these very soon. Any new guns you make will start off as this, but you really quickly get to throw parts into it and start improving it right away. So
Yeah. We'll show Fusion when he gets a little bit more parts, so he doesn't
yeah,
just
we'll go a few
burn
more
away.
and we'll fuse some things. I got 2 standard magazines.
There is a.
So right away, you
I thought
see
there was
how
a
they
thing
can-
that designated that you haven't unopened something, like it either glowed or it had like a little
There's a
a
star.
marker.
It's kind of in flux right now. It's
Yeah.
in the inventory. You can clear it there, or you can go into weapon craft.
Well, somebody was asking. I just couldn't remember if the
Yeah.
crates had something specific.
Yeah, it'll show like, yeah, you got some new stuff. And then in my launcher, I think I also got a few new parts, like the standard stock, semi-auto trigger.
What are the percentages based on? I'm confused.
So you mean like these crazy?
In the parts, there's a list of statistics.
Yes. So those statistics are actually essentially the modifiers on the base stats. So you'll see like on the semi-auto, I have like rate of fire minus 10%. That's not because of this particular semi-auto. That's the baseline semi-auto. Like it has a slower rate of fire because it's semi-auto specifically. Or on this one, full auto for beams. It's I was just telling Jason this earlier. It's going to be a little bit weird because there's going to be values in here that are that might look a little strange, like things like a scatter barrel, because it slows down the rate of fire so much. You're going to see like rate of fire minus 4,000% or something like that. It's sort of, this is the modifier with the baseline. So in a way, this is actually exposing what the original tuning values are in the spreadsheet. This is sort of how the modifiers apply, to kind of take a peek behind that curtain. But we can go into more detail on that some other time, or I might mention it more in the dev diary. Say like, yeah, this is, the system unveiled. But you'll see a lot more of those numbers, and you'll sort of get some idea of the relative strength of one part over another part now, because you see that in their core stats. So anyway, I have those. I don't think I got any equipment, but I did get some bloots. I suppose we could look at what things are in the store that I could buy. It's not very much right now, because I did not get very many bloots. We'll come back later. And then I'll pick the next mission, and we'll move on. So the next mission is setting up shop. Go fight the Crowd.
For the PvP, the way that the drops work is at the end of the match. So if you saw when Walter stopped playing and it showed like your level up screen, that's where you'll see the parts that you got throughout the match.
Right.
It won't actually be crates, because in that
Well, sometimes
kind
crates.
there will be drops.
It won't drop in the match.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that'll create some issues or objectives and whatnot.
Right.
So
Yeah, we didn't want to put stuff in there so that like it's one thing in a PvE thing where you're like, oh, there's loot, everyone go grab it, and you're defending and whatever. But it's another if like I don't know, if it becomes like you're farming a certain player over and over again just so you can get better loot drops and you're ruining their day, and it's like we don't want to put incentives that are at odds with actually just playing the game. So we want you to play the PvP game as intended, have fun with that. There will be like probably bonuses at the end for having won the game and having had a better score and things like that. But essentially the loot that you get is then kind of given all at the end and say, okay, based on that, here's what you got.
Yeah. One of the questions is, will opening crates with dynamite is for bloots or space bugs?
Dynamite is for space bugs.
Yeah, but I
They
think
will
the question is
sometimes, I
also...
think, drop, and it might be for bloots too. Some of that
Yeah.
is not final yet.
Yeah,
Kind of-
there are some missions that actually give you, or did give you, space bugs.
For example,
but at the same...
if you look at this mission, the prizes are a lockbox and a bomb. So you actually get a bomb to unlock the lockbox that you get as a result of playing this mission. So there'll be times when we give out those bombs.
Yeah, and for everybody who's asking about what's going to happen to all their stuff, their bloots, their space bucks, their cosmetics, don't worry about that. We're going to take care of you guys. We're not going to screw you over. But it's just not something we're going to talk about right now. Like, wait for the beta to start, and then we'll have all that stuff fleshed out for you.
Yeah, the short
We're
answer
still
is
trying
there's a
to...
beta. So
Yeah, I mean, we're still trying
to
to...
while we're doing this, and
Yeah,
like, it'll be a
yeah.
separate thing. You test it separately.
Oh, and as soon as the stream is over, all your stuff's gone.
As soon as
Yes.
Apparently, you
You
guys
better
were here
run.
for last Friday, you know, when you were all reset to 0. So...
yeah, that did happen, actually.
April Fools!
Oh, no.
August Fools.
August Fools.
Sorry, I was modifying my stuff, so it was holding you back, I
Oh, I need
think.
to close.
That's okay. August is the cruelest month.
Close Outlook. Close Outlook. Don't need Outlook.
Scruffy Pants, no, he has to, to get missions unlocked, you have to do the parameters. So some missions you have to play specific missions to unlock the next one. So if you jump in with somebody and play the last mission and you're a level 1, which I don't suggest, then you do not unlock those other missions. You have to physically play them yourself. There's no, like, there's no skip ahead, essentially.
Right. Someone in your team could pick a mission that you're not eligible for, but you won't get credit for that. And you won't get the mission reward for completing that mission.
If you're a dedicated player, if you're in this stream or you play Loadout right now, you're a dedicated player. When we talk about new players, we're talking about people that have never played the game.
Yeah.
So,
What if there are people in this stream that have never played the game?
well,
That'd
then
be awesome.
You're a
they're new
dedicated
players. They're new dedicated players.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we applaud your dedication.
To newness.
Actually, the crowd
Exactly.
can taunt you, and they will.
Yes.
And it's kind of obnoxious, and it makes you a little mad. So, I actually get more mad at the crowd taunting me than I do actual humans.
I know, because it's not even like there's a point for them to do it.
Yeah, I'm like, you asshole.
At least with the player, you realize, like, oh, yeah, they beat me. But the crow's just like, you're an AI. You shouldn't be taunting me.
Yeah.
Jerks.
Okay. I'm seeing those health bars.
Yeah, me too.
And I think Mike is correct.
There's
loot.
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 Is it great?
Loot. We might
it's
need
a
to
bug.
revisit that. It's
Yeah,
a bug.
Well, we were changing the scale of them too, but
Yeah.
Like,
Because
when
it's
they
like,
show it shouldn't show up here on these guys.
Yeah, we can show off, Bus Driver, we're going to show off a lot of the more difficult ones next week. We didn't want to give away every single crowd, because if you watch the video and you saw a little image, you can see there's quite a few of them. So we want to save the big baddies for next go-around. So next Wednesday we'll have a...
We'll introduce
we'll have a
more
much more,
crowds.
yeah, well that will also show much more difficult missions.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Should we even
it's not
show
just
them the
stream,
video?
It's also like these missions don't have all the crows to begin with.
Yeah.
There's no points it kind of ramps up. Like you start with fairly simple, fairly predictable guys, and you kind of build from there. So
There's not any, like, I don't remember exactly what they're called, but the elite enemy types.
Aliens are on the loose.
but
Like the ones that have the
Like the
extent. No, like that. Okay, that right there. Okay, never mind.
yeah, the
I know
lead
what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
the enemies with the higher health or HP.
yeah. So technically, they are counting, but that's kind of a bug. Those guys
Oh,
are
okay.
supposed to have those name tags.
Oh, okay.
So hey,
I figured they were for later, not right now, but makes sense. Loot.
Loot at the flag.
Loot.
Show boss fight or riot. I guess you guys are gonna have to riot. You should see one of the other crowed, possibly 1 or 2 different ones on this map. They should show
I
up.
think it might be in the next round.
It's in the next one, I think.
Yeah, it's usually the last round, isn't it?
Start you off nice and gentle. You know.
I don't think they appear in this mission.
Ready
No,
or not.
no.
Oh, they used to. I guess that.
Yeah,
they used to.
Yeah, we
Okay,
made
we're making
we made
adjustments.
it. We made all the initial missions a lot shorter and easier.
At least the first couple.
You know, at least as much as Walter was willing to make easy, because he hates the player.
Wait, are you saying that Walter nerfed the missions?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
At Mark Now's request this time, though.
Oh, blame it.
Sure.
Write 2 letters.
Will PvE AI have pixelated dicks? I don't know, maybe. And that's a Corsair
One in the
question
middle.
for all the people who may ask.
Got it.
So that makes total sense.
It's really dark tonight. I feel like my tinfoil's not picking up its full glory.
A wave of invaders has been defeated.
Unfelled.
Trying to read through a lot of these random questions.
How many game types in PvE?
The
That
last
we can
wave of
answer that.
invaders
There
is
are
incoming.
effectively 3 new game types. There's variants on them, so it's technically 5, but it's more like sort of 3 main game types that are added specifically for these for PvE.
There's like an attack and defend.
right. So there's this
There's a
one,
box
which is
up on the bridge.
I
there's
see
the
it. Thank you.
Defend mode, which is what we're doing now, and was the first mission too. There's defend like an object, so instead of it just being like they have to go stand on a point, it's like they're blowing up your. We're calling it thumper. It's like a sort of drill extracting thing. And then there's a assault game type, which is sort of the opposite of this. So it'll be like there's multiple points, and you go and you capture them, and there are bots defending each point, and you try and progress through that. And then of course they will also play the legacy game types that we had already, so you will be able to play Blitz with these guys.
When all is said and done, it comes out to about. It comes out when all is said and done. It comes out to about 10 to a dozen.
It's 10.
Yeah. So.
It's about a dozen.
One of the questions is, will there be any kind of weapon parts or rarities you will only be able to get by playing?
Yeah, all of them really. I mean,
Yeah.
like, so you will be able to buy stuff in the store, especially weapon parts, with pretty much loots and space bucks.
It's like the same currency, it's just one costs more and one costs less.
Yeah, one costs premium currency and one costs the grind currency, which is not a terribly uncommon kind of thing. You see that in a lot of games. And then you will also be able to get rare drops and things, both from Fusion and also from in the matches, that won't be for sale in the store, even for space bucks or whatever. So they'll basically there will be like a rarity cap in the store of like you won't ever see, you won't just get to go in there and buy the rarest thing and just say, yeah, just shell over bucks and give me it. Like you still have to be able to find that in the matches and stuff. So.
And you can sit there and upgrade your parts. And it's a risk-reward situation because you could risk losing some of the rarity types on that while increasing it. As I was doing that today, I just got a bunch of parts and I was upgrading them using stuff I didn't like. And the higher the level, the better off you're going to be to actually upgrade that. But sometimes you'll lose some of those rarity types and they'll get replaced with something else. So
You'll
it's
never
either try
go
to
backwards, I believe. Isn't that correct, Walter?
Yes.
Yeah.
But you might lose a specific affix that you liked for a different affix.
Right. Maybe. I didn't think that. I thought it would add, but I think that's still kind of being worked on. I think at the point is at the end you'll be able to like say, like each new rarity you get, you say like, okay, now I get more different effects, and then after you get to the max rarity, you can continue to fuse if you want to shuffle what those are and say, you know what, I don't actually like these. I want different affixes, and you can get those instead.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So here's
One of the
lockbox.
questions. Oh, go ahead and
Oh yeah, show
talk
that.
about the
So,
lockbox.
since I have a dynamite, I can open this lockbox and go. Bam! Oh, I got all kinds of magical shit in there.
Yeah.
Man, you really did.
Yeah, it was a pretty sweet lockbox. I got a bunch of pulse parts, some rocket stuff, So I got a big pile of parts now, 23 things. So first things first, I want to go in here and see. Oh, I also got a new gun slot, so now I can make a third gun.
Yes.
So I don't have any new rifle parts, but you know what? Let's make a pulse, because I know I just saw a bunch of pulse parts. Pulse.
You can sort by pulse too.
You can. I guess I could
It's
show.
all-
I think we showed that in the inventory before. There's a bunch of different filters.
You can show it again, because there could be people
Yeah,
in
we'll
here that
probably
never
go
saw it.
through So I have this level 1 standard stock that has stability plus 5%, so I'll use that. I will use. I got slug, which is also green, and it has strength plus 2%, or damage in this case.
For those who are asking in the chat, the green bordered is the uncommon rarity type. Okay. And then if anything's gray, it's just common. And then there is blue, purple, and gold. Also.
Yeah, I believe the last one is orange or gold.
Yeah, goldish color.
Cage, don't mind if I do. Time detonator, of course. Why wouldn't I want that? And I got a slug fail.
What does the time detonator do?
It goes
5
up
seconds.
after time.
Okay.
It's something overly long, like 5 seconds too, I think.
It's a little long, but hey, it's got good stats, so I'm using it.
Yeah.
Also, when it hits the ground, it still blows up. So, for my purposes, it's still basically the same as contact. Slightly okay launcher.
Loadout. When did the bots start fighting back? Well, they technically are fighting back, but they're just scaled down at the time. A lot of the stuff, the scaling and the difficulty and all that stuff is going to come down to y'all, the hardcore, and a lot of the new players who come in and be like, oh, well, this is too hard for me. And some of the missions, some of the early ones, like, I'm going to be honest, a lot of you really dedicated players are going to blow through them.
Yeah.
But it's all about making those later zones a lot more difficult. But right now, I mean, like, the stuff you're going to be fighting against right now, like, you guys are probably going to smoke them. But it's the later
Which is fine.
prode. Yeah, and that's perfectly
it's
fine.
meant to on-ramp new players, and not make it very. It's actually quite quick for a veteran player to just blast through, and suddenly they're back to where they were.
Right. All right. You guys ready for mission 3?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, for those that care, there's a bunch of story here where they have characters and they tell different mission, text for those that are into that kind of thing. John and I spent quite a while writing that, but I won't be offended if you just say objective what? Okay, move on.
Yeah.
Because we know how these things go.
No, you cannot fuse crates and boxes, but you can fuse whatever comes out of those to create better items.
Right.
But,
I don't think you can fuse the box itself.
No, I don't think you can.
So what are the colors? Is green and orange and blue and stuff like that?
So it goes white, green, blue, purple, orange, I think. So basically WoW colors.
Oh, I've got an orange.
You need to show them on the fusion where it actually shows you the level, like
yeah, I
how
want to get
you.
a little bit more stuff.
Yeah.
And then
Or maybe we could just next week we can come up with accounts and have a bunch of stuff in them, and we can just show them how we upgrade those things. But if you have enough today, we can.
So I was just showing this mission real quick to show that there are different objectives sometimes in these. So a lot of times they'll be like kill dudes and go here and test this stuff. In this particular case, it's test the personal shield. And El Loco, who you may remember from El Loco's Gunneria in the shooting gallery, he's one of the characters, and he's giving you this sort of experimental shield to test. And this is now also the way that we kind of guarantee release different equipment as you go along. So in this particular one, it will actually override your equipment with that. And there's other kind of variants on that, like, oh, this time you come in and your melee is stronger, or this time you come in and your Tesla is weaker, or there's different sort of challenges and modifiers on the base experience. Here goes nothing.
Defend the point.
Point will be defended. So, do other Crowd show up in this one?
I think so.
Yes.
Okay.
Around the second or third wave.
Cool. Like to
Wait, who's missing? Roscoe fell out.
I'm testing it out. It looks like I can still join. It has a little warning thing at the top.
Really?
Yeah, the
Better
match is
join
beginning.
soon. Better join soon.
Yeah, I think it gives you a certain amount of time before it kind of
Here, and on the way to
leaves
your
you out to
location.
dry.
Yeah, that seems to work fine.
Cool.
Good.
But so yeah, for those who may be constantly asking, like, well, these guys are really easy. Well, yes, again, that's another part of the beta. Like, how exactly do people react? It's all about data. That's what it comes down to. But like, we really need your data, but like, so we can look at these sheets, we can look at this values, and be like, okay, on this mission, these guys did really well against this, and really bad against that. So how do we make it to where they're balanced out? So you still have a decent amount of difficulty against certain types. But like the grunts, I mean, they're essentially what they are. I mean, that's why they're labeled a certain way, or the same thing with the peons. They're just going to kind of charge you and get in your way and act as a deterrent. The other types, however, and even some of the grunts later on, that could become more difficult. But the other types,
combined, it starts getting pretty rough too. Like we're also facing fairly small waves.
yeah,
We
like
do this
Blitz.
at a time.
I can attest
But
that
you get
Blitz
enough
is
of
very.
those grunts together, and they're pretty
Yeah.
heavy too.
Blitz can be a pain against a decent amount of grunts. Especially if you're not very well organized or you kind of Lone Ranger it, then you're going to have a harder time. But one of the things they're doing right now is they're just charging the point to try to take it back. That probably won't be indicative of how they act in the end. But then again, you know, like we said, like all is data. What's going to help make this the best it can be? I wasn't kidding when I was saying that we need your feedback, and it's going to be more important than ever. I say that it never was, but for those who contest the fact that we never listen to you, here's your chance.
Great.
Loot.
Yeah.
Missed the health pack.
No, sorry, I think I grabbed that.
There's a question in here that's actually a pretty good one. Would you ever let players place waypoints for the rest of their team? For example, marking loot crates or bringing attention to the particular threatening enemies? Enemies?
Anemones?
Anemones, yeah.
Yep.
Is
What
that
was
a
the
yes?
Oh
The
no.
next wave of
I said yes to
visitors is on the
anemones.
way.
Yeah, we're gonna add sea anemones to the game. It's confirmed. No. I don't know. I mean, it sounds interesting. It's, I can see the point of that. It's not. We have to think about that some. I mean, you don't get a mouse interface exactly, so unlike like an MMO where you get to ping the radar or something, like you don't have a cursor, so you have to escape from aim mode and do stuff. But maybe.
There's another question. What things vary between difficulty types? Are they just high-level aliens with aimbots, or do they have intelligent things?
A lot of it's health and damage. So that's a big chunk of like when you face higher level enemies, they are more powerful.
Where's it at? Oh, there it is.
There's also
However,
different AI types that you face.
Yeah.
Has been defeated.
Which you should be coming up to one of them.
Pretty soon.
Yeah, they're the other types of crowed.
The next
So the
wave
grunts
of
kind of act
visitors
like.
is on the way.
Well, so we can talk a little bit about that, kind of the philosophy behind these. So one of the things that certainly I found frustrating, I think a lot of us did, which was like the kind of weird dynamic scale of the bots in the co-op mode previously.
Oh, loot
Yes.
on the right.
In
Or
part
just in
because
general.
It's just sort of, it's a little unusual, and it's not like it's meant to kind of simulate like, yeah, you're playing against other players and they fill gaps, but like, you know, players don't vary that wildly in skill level. Oh, you heard that stinger? Here he comes.
Uh-oh.
Here it comes.
Here comes the brawler.
Loot on the bridge to the left.
Where's he at? I heard him.
There he
Oh,
is.
there he
Brawler.
is. There he comes.
Brawler's a squirrely fuck.
Yeah, when you get up to higher levels, those suckers,
Let's see if he actually
they're
attacks.
definitely hard to kill.
Oh, he almost got me right
God
there.
damn.
Invaders has been defeated.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, because I'll be honest, like, before we had any scaling in here, I used to play this mission by myself, and I would
The
just
last
get
wave
uttered.
of invaders is
Yeah.
incoming.
Yeah, you get so many brawlers up against you, there was no way to kill them all because they dive. It's like playing against some of the top tier players in our game. And they're impossible to hit. But thankfully we tuned that down a little bit for
Yeah, I
y'all.
kind of want to introduce them a little gradually, so.
Because
Later on,
the
there are
first,
definitely missions where you get like 4 brawlers at a time, and they're all over
And-
the place, and they're
yeah, and they
super hard to take out.
There was a question, and I wanted to make sure that I caught it. And I might have lost it in the chat now. I can scroll up. Wanted to make sure.
Does anybody need a health pack?
Oh shit. I did not.
Here, another one.
I lost it.
Now where is he?
There he is.
Ah,
Mr.
man.
Brawler. Where you going, Brawler?
I need a health pack.
Oh, are you fighting him by yourself?
Yeah. Let's see if you get
Coming to help.
Yeah, I'm right behind you.
Wind up an attack.
Oh, here we go. Okay,
Something
yeah.
you'll see.
There
Nice.
we go.
Good job.
Yay!
Here's a question for you, Walter.
My
And
blood
this,
killed him.
one of the questions is, will some of the most used weapons, Gatlings, snipers, etc., be nerfed a little for balance?
Probably a little bit. I mean, we'll probably continue to do a little bit of that balance change. It's a bit more variable now, obviously, with the different levels and the different rarities and stuff. So it's not going to be quite as tight and predictable an experience. Like, you won't be able to say, oh, I know that a headshot with this weapon does specifically this much damage against these different people.
For example, like the beams have been changed.
Right. Beams.
They're actually kind of buffed in a way.
Yeah. Essentially, ended up kind of rolling back the whole sweet spot mechanic, except for sniper rifles, which still do less damage up close. So those still are more effective at range, but then the rest of them are essentially like the same damage. There's no real drop off.
And it's noticeable. You can really tell that a beam, it becomes a lot more viable. I know I'd said this before, I guess when we originally announced it, but I mean, there's even now, so with the sweet spot kind of, or the distance changing on those things, it helps a lot. Same thing with like the LMG. The LMG is a little bit faster. It has a little bit more of it's a little bit more viable in how you use it. The burst types actually have a difference. For those who complain about the tri-barrel, the double barrel, they're good, but I don't know. I never used it before, but I was actually using the pentabarrel the other day.
I love the pentabarrel.
And it was actually, I've never used it before. It doesn't, I'm like, oh, more rockets, more opportunity for me to miss. You know, it's not enough damage, but you can actually get a pretty tight spread with those things if you utilize them correctly with, you know, flak or even sticky. Man, sticky's so good.
Oh man, I've been using pentabarrel sticky scuttle.
Yeah, if you're a smart person with those types of weapons, like if you just adapt quickly, that stuff becomes very difficult to negate, either as a player versus player, or it's pretty powerful when you're playing against the crowd. But here we go.
Yeah, I was going to take a look at some of the store packs. Packs, and then also just individual parts. We're still kind of, you know, figuring out exactly what packs will be and what's going to be in them and stuff, so that, you know, we're going to kind of continue to roll and adapt these. But right now what we have is a variety of different crates with, you know, more or less items in them. Some of them are themed, so you can say I just want launcher parts or pulse parts, and you can spend space bucks or you can spend blutes on them. Right now, since I have 3,000 blutes, now's a good time to go ahead and give me some more parts. So I want to improve my launcher a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and buy a launcher crate. And I got some stuff I can't use yet because I'm not high enough level. But I also got a cage barrel, explosive, and then just for kicks, because I want to get maybe some better grenades, I'll buy an equipment pack.
Yeah, for those who are confused, below where Walter is,
I got a focus pickup. Oh.
Below Walter, you can take them. Did you show them, like, go to like launcher parts?
Right.
You can actually get those specific parts, and they're just standard parts.
Yep.
There is no rarity to them.
Right.
It's just whatever. Yeah.
They're sort of at your level range, and then they tend to cost more. So you know, the crates tend to be a good way of getting like more stuff, but you're not necessarily sure what you're going to get. Or if you just say, you know what, I just want this, and I'm going to get the common one, and that option's there as well.
And for those who would be like, wow, wait a minute, you don't get enough bloots fast enough, I don't want to pay to win for everything. Well, that's part of the beta, because they're like, okay, well, people aren't getting stuff fast enough, and it's frustrating, so maybe we'll up the rate of how many bloots you get per certain mission.
Yeah,
So
we'll find a sweet spot. You know, that's definitely something we're going to continue to look at and iterate on and figure, like, you know, what's a good number to get, and how frequently, and how much do these things cost relative to each other, and all that's very kind of dynamic right now. So, and you know, we definitely want feedback on all these things as this beta goes out there. I think I got me a few parts. So let's put those on. Slightly OK launcher now has explosive and lobbed. Sounds good. So now it's a slightly OK grenade.
for those who are asking, it would be more worthwhile to buy crates. In any crate, you still have the opportunity to get a rarity item, correct?
Yeah, crates you can still get uncommon and higher ratings of things.
So yeah, you'll probably only get uncommon's the only rarity type you can get in those.
I think it's not going to be the full set. The ones in the store you will not be able to get like the rarest parts from.
Yeah,
I've
get
uncommons and stuff.
I bought like 26 packs earlier today.
For the most part, the store is a good place to get commons, and you know, with some of the crates, you know, we have there are like rare crates that are kind of randomized, and you can get medium rare crate.
And for those people who are really worried about being able to recreate their weapon, it's really not that hard. Like, you play a couple of missions, you rank up pretty fast, but now you actually kind of rank up faster. It's a much less grindier state in terms of your level. So it gives you more opportunity to actually purchase the things you want. And another question that I know that a lot of people have been asking about the level cap. There isn't really a set value right now, it's just for the beta.
Yep.
We're setting a value for the beta so we can study specific details within that range. Because if it was like a full range, it'd be a lot harder to actually combine, well, this person who's a 20 versus that person who's a 2. It's hard to combine that information if it's so wide.
Right.
That's the only reason we're doing that.
Exactly. And we'll sort of, as we scale up, as we kind of see, okay, how do these levels work? Let's expand that range. So right now it's at 20. That number might go higher. Probably will go higher at some point.
So something I know
during the beta go higher. I mean,
something I know people are going to ask: is there going to be a way to test weapon parts you haven't purchased yet?
Currently, no. It's only testable if it's in your inventory.
Okay, just thought I'd throw that out there.
Yep.
Not to say that there's not an option for that later down the road.
Sure.
But currently, the whole purpose is to really test out how this works with multiple people playing PvP or PvE, and well, technically PvP, and then how the rate of you getting drops and what kind of weapon parts you get and how you make weapons. Like, every single thing you do in the beta is going to be hyper important. It's going to provide us really important information for this.
Yep. Let's go ahead and play one more mission. Probably got time for that. Roadkill. There it goes.
My eye must be messed up because it always gripes at me about my region.
So we're playing
here.
Extraction on 4 points.
Oh my!
Against bots, which
should
be grunts at this level. Higher level, you'll start playing against some of the other bots.
We want to plan on how we're going to do this, or?
I will be honest, the grunt that is the extraction grunt is so freaking hard to kill sometimes.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be in the huddle here too.
Ooh, we're supposed to get five kills here.
It was working. They would show up here in the huddle.
Ooh, I'm collector. Sweet.
Collect. We're just gonna go.
This is everybody's favorite mode, and that's going to be even more favorite.
Actually, this is the one mode that I'm actually pretty stinking decent at.
The one that everybody hates. Total sense.
God.
He's freaking hard to kill.
I am surrounded over here. The crud.
It just changes direction so erratically.
He has so much health.
Yeah, and he has a lot of health too. That's the other side of it.
I still haven't killed anything.
Fun to watch other people play this. I'm really bad about that though.
On my left.
Like, I'm gonna have fun watching a lot of our really good players, and even probably players that have never played this before that are smart.
Wow. I'm not getting very many kills. No, I'm just trying to kill the collector.
Way to keep it close there, guys.
Got one. And myself.
Alright, kill steals.
Hey, I got I got 3 kills. I just need 2 more, then I'll stop killing. I'll just try to support.
Enemy scoring.
And we have to win too, by the way.
Now, how long does loot stay on the map?
I think pretty much the whole time.
So it doesn't disappear if there's multiple on the screen?
No, you can get a
Okay.
whole pile of them. I mean, you won't get that many.
Nice. I
There's
got
never
2.
really reason not to pick it up. But
There's a question about how big of a difference in stats between what you pay for only parts and the best parts.
they're the same parts.
Yeah.
Well, if you mean like the rarity, so the pay for is going to be just commons. The bonuses will start to stack up, so you can have up to like I think 5 bonuses on a part, and then you can have up to several different parts on the gun. So that can start to add up over time. We'll keep tuning those to find like a good number that still allows you to have like a reasonably fair competition.
Has everybody got their 5 kills?
I
No.
need one more.
Somebody keeps taking my kills.
Well, I'm good for now. I got on a roll for a second.
One of
I
the
need
things
a
that
health.
I would like to add, that hopefully we can get soon, is Battlefield 4. They have this counts as a kill. And it's pretty excellent for things like this,
Oh, I'm dead. Next.
where you're like, oh yeah, well I didn't get the kill, but I got 25% damage, so it counts.
Who just took that fucking kill from me?
I think I did.
Good job.
I'm the collector.
It's cool.
Thank you, bus driver, for being a good question answerer when I miss something. And to Bronco.
Did
and
you
Ryan.
just fucking come in?
I killed the collector. Who's gonna collect?
Leader solidified.
All I was doing was collecting, and I finally got my first kill.
I get to be the collector.
That's because it's just Roscoe, myself, and then Roscoe. I carried most of the points already.
Enemy has scored.
What?
I'll make sure y'all get all the kills y'all need before I finish these collections.
And those people who are asking about the stuff that's on Steam charts, that's not exactly the most accurate website. It pulls in data from things
God damn it!
Wow.
that don't actually
Alright.
exist. So,
Well, so Steam Charts is daily. There's like peak and current. It's also not pulled that often. So there's a lot of things not quite 100% accurate with Steam Charts. But
well, they were asking because the summer
Yeah, you got my
sale
5.
swim trunks show
Okay,
up
fine,
as a
I still
game.
need 1 more.
as a
Greg,
game-
where are you?
Yeah, it shows up as a game.
Oh, because it's a Steam app.
Yeah, it's
Okay, I got him.
That probably
Okay.
has to do with how they track their stats or their apps or whatever.
there is another website that actually shows you that stuff, like a more
Captures remain.
current basis and all the information attached to it, but I forget what it's
Show
called.
that, but it's only like a snapshot. So all this
Well, no,
does
there's
is like ping
it's like a
that
Steam
throughout
community
Everybody got
site
all
or
their
something
kills?
that gives
Yeah, I
you more
think we're good.
information, like the
Alright.
updates and how many people are playing on said matchmaking and whatnot. I forget what it's called though. I'll have to research it. Somebody showed it to me the other day. I don't know if Twitch went down or if it just stopped for me. Is your okay? I don't know why, but my chat stopped. So,
check.
yeah, that's
See people,
weird.
Like saying, "Oh no, stream's down" or anything like that.
I'll just reload mine then, because it stopped with Teak talking about something. I'll just read it off of your screen then.
Okay.
Just like lean over my desk, like I guess I can read that. Yes, Toki. One of the things is some of the aliens do have unique movements, weapons, and types of their items to them. Or there was another question earlier, like, do some of the aliens have specific damage values based on like Pyro or Tesla or stuff like that?
Not yet, but that is definitely one of the ones that we want to kind of expand on. So we have a kind of a core set of aliens, and then we want to kind of introduce varieties of those as we go on, as they get more difficult. So that's one of the other things we want to do as we expand the level cap, is then say, all right, now there's more aliens, they do different things, they have different attacks, they're strong or weak against different payloads, you know, all those kind of things. I think there's a lot of room to kind of expand that. Also maybe cryo.
Oh my god.
Just throwing that one in there.
Yeah.
Oh.
You never know. I mean, it's a thing.
You know what?
You guys want to play one more mission?
One more, but first I'm going to pay to win real quick.
I got a level 2 personal shield.
They have a cave troll.
Dual barrel roll.
Dual barrel. When one barrel ain't enough.
Oh no, Toki, there's a few that we want to save for next week. Specifically.
Oh, yeah.
They had a whole new realm and how certain maps are played. Definitely, especially when one just appears in front of you when you're trying to cap an objective, and it blots out the sky.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of.
No kidding.
Yeah. There's some pretty noticeable
Yeah.
bots. The grunts are, like you said before, they're the grunts. They're the rank and file of the sort of crowed invasion. So it kind of, you're going to encounter a lot of those, and that's most of what you're going to encounter early on. You've seen brawlers. I'm actually kind of surprised we haven't seen.
Oh my god, this is
grenadiers.
Domination. This is not going to be easy.
These guys, they're hard at Domination.
I've never played this mission.
It's
All
not
right.
easy, especially on Com Tower.
So
Yeah.
okay, so I'm gonna take B. I think Walter or Roscoe should float.
Go for A.
C,
Like-
got C.
It's actually very easy to lose to
Okay,
the
I'm gonna
crowd
float.
in
You're gonna float?
in
Okay.
Domination
Yes.
and Blitz.
I'm gonna cover B.
Yeah, they have.
B is
like,
my point.
perfect communication.
Yeah.
Wait,
Somebody needs to take C.
I didn't think this thing had 3 uses. That's weird.
Oh god, I just jumped off in an oblivion.
You pulled a me.
I did.
Control point A is
I
Not even
Trice.
playing today, and
See,
it's still
as you
affecting
can
the
tell,
game.
I'm desperately trying to say your name correctly. Trice.
Oh, there's loot.
Where-
Martians
tower?
are by improving
What's
rank.
A?
The purple dot on the
A on
map.
the backside.
Purple dot on the map.
Well, technically, we did improve a little bit of ranked yesterday. We took some of the snowballing out of Annihilation to help those players who enjoy it. But ranked in general, the matchmaking system will change with this update.
More loot.
Another
Those
loot
are
at A.
So how it plays
Actually
out
on A.
when we actually do this, that determines on
Yeah, I'm
y'all's
heading to C.
feedback and
I'm
play.
trying to hold B.
So a lot of those changes
You need
will
help?
be determined on how you
No, I
guys
got
actually
B.
do this.
Alright, we should let Jason talk instead.
Yeah, you guys are like talking over and trying to answer somebody's question.
Nobody's listening anyway. Come on now.
So yes, improvements to ranked and PvP in general based on how you guys play this update and what you do and what weapons you use. I'm not joking when I'm saying that. I'm not just saying that just to
lost.
bluff. I'm saying it because it's the actuality. OP melee.
Every time I beat the shit out of one and it finally gets to A, I die and Walter kills it.
Yay! Thanks, Roscoe. You're a
Yeah, they're really healthy.
They're very
Okay,
helpful.
I'm gonna go to A to try to get that loot. Where's the other loot?
There's 2 right by A.
Okay,
There were
so
2.
there's. Well, they
should
don't
show up on the-
disappear.
they'll show up on the radar. Well, they were for me, I mean.
Okay, I got them. Thanks. I'll stay and hold A with the help of whoever's turret is there.
That's mine.
They're
I'll
actually
stay-
keeping this a lot closer than I thought.
We're dominating
Kind of
now.
heading them off.
Yeah.
They really have a hard
We're-
on for A. I'm not sure why, but
Thanks, Walter.
Oh, I still.
What is that guy doing?
Wow.
I'm confused. I was kind of hoping that one of the other types would show up, but it doesn't seem like they have.
No, right now it's just the grunts.
Who needs help at
No, don't kill him.
B? What?
Got P.
I died at C.
Oh, I completed my mission, so I don't need to kill any more grunts. Roscoe, I'm not gonna kill him. Do you need me to soften him up?
Dude, that's pro
No, you
status
just
grunt
killed
right
him.
there.
No, I didn't kill him.
Shooting at
It's
the
a turret.
sky.
Oh yeah, the turret got him.
To answer Rocket's question, melee is not the same through levels. It will scale to a degree, although not the same as your health. But there are also affixes which will
There's a
There we
baddie
go.
at A if
melee
you need it,
strength.
Roscoe.
So you'll
No,
be able to get
good.
like weapon stocks, for example, that improve your melee strength as you get higher.
So you can be the counter to the brawler,
Yeah.
sort of. I want to suggest a one-on-one match with him, but
Dominating.
Halfway to victory.
I'll tell you one thing:
Good job, Roscoe.
those shotgun grunts, those guys, it must have been modeled after Roscoe. 'Cause
Probably.
Some of those things can be a pest. I think it's a lot different. Good job. Oh wow, you survived that. I like how you stopped.
I know, I was
midway,
like, oh, I'm dead.
Control point
Skills. Attention.
Hey, Roscoe. Do you want a kill?
No, I'm good.
You're good? Okay.
You can look at the tab menu. I didn't think about it last minute.
Yes, you can see what your status is on how many you need. So
Well, no,
for
I
those of
mean,
you that
like, you
remember
can
the-
just tell who else has killed 3 by looking
No,
at that.
one-hit
that's
melees
true.
will not be a reality. At least that's not the goal. If it becomes a thing, then it'd be something we look into. But
If the level disparity is high enough, it's possible, but you're not going to get matched with people that high level disparity.
yeah,
Is dominating.
And there are other counters for that, like if you do end up for whatever population reasons or whatever, if that's the only person left out there, then you have to play.
I've abandoned
it'll
A.
scale down to within like a reasonable tolerance, so it says, okay, we'll scale down your health and
Nope.
damage
Dead on
as
C.
if you were a
I'm taking C.
closer level, basically. So we'll try and keep matches fair, both in PvP and also in co-op.
I got C.
The other thing we don't want is, for some
I'm just gonna double up a quick catch.
in-level asshole to jump in here
Control.
and like
C is captured.
just like run over the top of just like stomp all over the bots and stuff.
yeah.
I'm going to B.
Level players. It
Okay,
kind of ruins their
I'll try to
chances
provide
You gotta
long-range
win.
coverage.
Oh, they're on A. Hey, get off of A. They're definitely not quite as good in this map.
I lost C.
We played Spires and they were like, God, they were a force. We could not keep them off the board.
I got 2 on B.
There is a little bit of difference in terms of how you
I'm coming to
get
help.
into
B.
matches solo
Lost.
and grouped in PvE. I don't know exactly how that changes PvP because we haven't had enough of a test basis yet to establish that. So that's also going to be, once again, I'm going to use that statement, and you guys are going to probably get tired of it, but beta.
Okay, I got a turret at B.
Yeah, because beta. We'll just make a shirt. Just take a shirt, in-game shirt.
Hashtag
Because beta.
thanks beta.
Yeah. Blame beta.
Is closing in on victory.
Okay,
Control
we got
Yeah.
C.
is captured.
We're losing B.
Wait, he just ran right through my damn...
What is our opinion about executions and finishers? In a game that's so fast-paced that you're kind of leaving yourself out in the open.
Control point A.
I'm telling you now, I don't want to be standing still for people like JVP
Nice shot, Roscoe.
or wrong
Thank
name
you.
or
Control point C.
said certain types of crow to just come destroy me because I'm doing a finishing move. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, essentially if you want to do that, just do a taunt or whatever.
Control point C. Lost.
Jode changed his name to Crowed already. Could you please rename the aliens before release, Loadout?
Nice.
We'll call him the Jode.
You are victorious.
Man, I had 3 grunts on me right there, and that was very difficult.
Oh yeah, they're non-trivial at this as we get higher in level.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
well-
just leveled up too. I wonder if that had to do with it.
You guys want to play one more, or you want to call it quits for today? And
Well, I think...
yeah, I think they're setting up
doing
for.
stuff.
We're doing some other video content for y'all,
Yeah,
so it might take away some of our players. So,
you're the one who's streaming.
yeah, mainly Walter. That's the one that matters the most.
Are we
But,
gonna keep these accounts for next week so that it's kind of a nice transition into the next set of
We could, or
news?
we
Yeah,
we
that sounds
could.
good.
I'm going to.
Me too.
Me too.
But anyways, guys, we appreciate you coming out watching some of the PvE gameplay. We'll have more to show you next week. Hopefully, next week we'll actually get all the crowd in there so you can see them all in action, and a little
Should we do
smorgasbord of crowding. Oh, sorry, joding.
I suppose we could do a
Smorgasbord.
quick tease of one of them.
Oh.
Deer.
Yeah, why not?
Spawn them in with the...
Oh my. There you go.
Also, I don't know why I have 3 full equipment packs. Someone was noticing that. I'm not sure either. It's like, that's not supposed to happen. So I'm not sure what's up with that. Let's spawn the...
Are they different levels?
Of course, he's not gonna
There he
attack me,
is.
he? Carries
So
around-
obviously he's got a little Molotov.
Yeah, he's got this crazy Molotov. I
Just,
forgot they don't actually attack in this level.
Yeah, run off because their pathing stops right there at the edge of the...
Come get me, bro. Come get me. What's wrong? Oh,
That Molotov looks so cool.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's just one guy, and if you think he's the biggest, you'd be
You're
mistaken.
wrong.
You'd be wrong.
Hey,
Did he just melee
you
you?
just melee me. Fuck you.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that is the Grenadier.
See, he's got
And
his
see,
little bottle. Oh,
Oh.
Wait, stand still for me. Stand still. still, I want to admire your cool art.
Well, show them, if you can, show them the Brawler, since they already saw him
We did already see
show
the
up.
Brawler.
So they can kind of see him up close. So there's Captain Predator with his cool... Our team did a friggin' fantastic job getting these guys that look so badass.
Stand still. What are you doing?
As you can see... he just wants to go, he just wants to go run in circles. So, that's
There you
pretty much
go.
it, guys. That's our setup, and these are just 2 versions. As you can see, the size differentiations and whatnot. They apparently don't like you, Walter.
Yeah, but they're just gonna like kind of glare at me. It's not come yet to open conflict. They're like, you.
You, that guy
You,
with that
that
penis
dude.
hat. But
Well, I'm sure
Maybe
show
I
some
haven't
more
seen
next
enough
week.
penises in my life, but that does not look like a penis.
that's what. Hey, that's our community, man. You get enough swinging dicks in a game, then they're gonna start seeing them all the time.
Nice.
So that's pretty much it, guys.
Just
We
ring around.
appreciate
Just
a
run in
little
circles.
dance.
Yeah, I don't know.
We appreciate you guys coming on and watching, having a good time with us. So we will see you next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
that, Sayonara.
That's fun.
Walter.
Awesome. See you guys.
Yeah. See y'all.
Yeah.
Bye.
Stopping streaming. Later.